Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Dune Spice Wars. I definitely remember the name of this video game. Where today we are picking a direction, basically. I think that hegemony victory seems pretty doable. How far off are we on Landsraad standing from being able to be eligible for governorship? You know, that's an interesting idea too, and we are producing a lot of influence. All right, let's try to focus on hitting 450. We'll do whatever we can do to gain Landsraad standing. And then also we will just continue to take territory and we'll see the hegemony victory may be waiting in the wings for us if we can't manage to pull off this governorship thing. A lot of people are going to be pretty focused on us not becoming governor. So I could definitely see how that would go against us. It might be easier to become governor if we eliminate a player first, actually. Just change the balance of the votes that are definitely going to be against us. And if we were going to try to eliminate a player, I mean, I certainly know which one it would be. Yeah, let's give some thought to that, shall we? For the moment, we can't really expand as long as the water regulation thing is active. That's another 10 days, which is pretty harsh. Got some troops we're building over here.
On duty.
What do you need?
All right.
It's the right move.
You know, honestly, like, you could just airfield over here. That's fine. I don't need to save the money. An offer coming in from House Carino.
Make it worth my time.
They want me to trade them. Well, you know, honestly, Plascrete is a thing we're a little loose on. I don't necessarily want their intel. The rest of this is actually pretty compelling. Influence especially is valuable. Influence that is being taken away from them and given to us is especially interesting. You know what? I'll take it. I will take that deal. So we're building... Okay, we're getting our command post and thus our master armorers up in Arrakis. Very important stuff. We are going to want... Well, yeah, for one thing, an embassy, because that's Landsraad standing. And also, an intelligence agency gives us extra operation slots, which is a pretty big deal. This increases our Landsraad standing gains by a small amount. At this point in the game, I wonder if we'd be better off. I wonder if this will be meaningful. I wonder if we might be better off with the intelligence agency. So this requires spying logistic. This requires small council to be available. How far off are we on those? Well, spying logistic is on the way to small council. Small council does give us potentially more influence. Okay, none of this stuff directly increases our Landsraad support. Well, we're working on military propaganda right now anyway. And I do think that will be useful to have. So, we had planned to... Why are you so not supplied? What's going on with your supplies right there, buddy?
Here to deal with the heavy stuff.
Oh, geez. Okay. Didn't even notice. Yeah, I probably should just build an airfield at Lake Gurmer. It feels a little redundant, but I suppose there's no reason to have a hole in our coverage. Okay, and for the moment, I guess y'all just, like, haul ass? The militia are doing a good job of holding the enemy in place, given our rockets time to work. They're doing a great job, actually. Let's start with the flamethrowers, shall we? Yeah, look at what a hard time they're having just getting through the militia.
Shall be done. We'll do it for you, sir.
Alright, no escape, no survivors. Point of interest. Okay. Cool. Yeah, get me a discount on some red tech as well. Seems good. Here we have access. We have the ability to begin the embassy. Let's begin the embassy. The smugglers have hit 15% chome shares. I don't know that I actually care about that. Y'all back up and... Oh, that's the militia unit.
At your command.
I don't need to tell them to back up and heal. They're going to do it anyway.
It shall be done.
What is this? Oh, a sea trade. We have missile battery? Yeah, Kartar will be fine. It's just 3 normal raiders. Yeah, that should be fine. As we have seen, you get a lot of value out of just units to hold stuff in place while you hit them with a missile battery over and over again. I think we should just push. We have that supply drop available. Yeah. That we can just drop. So, like I said before, I think Sin Aldria is going to be difficult to attack because I think it's inside the range of their missiles. That might be true of Mimtar as well, but Hal Al-San should be very takeable. Just run, y'all. Here's hoping I'm not doing anything deeply foolish. Are we okay on this? We are not. Yo, we gotta bump up stockpiling efforts. Okay. What's the other thing? Just probes. Whatever. Oh, okay. Worm sign behind the army. We're probably okay. Is this going all right? Oh, they're actually just getting there. Whatever. They'll be fine.
We salute you. Yes, sir. We'll go, sir. We'll do it for you.
Okay, we have units suffering already. I'm just going to initiate the supply drop now. All right, let's liberate this. And our units are, yeah, orange bars are refilling. Can y'all maybe, like, stand kind of on this side of the circle? Just thinking. Okay, so we finished military propaganda. Good shit. And it looks like we are, in fact, getting the bonus. So nobody else in the desert is currently using more command points than we are. Do we want Proud Liberator? 1% max health per 20 Lancerat standing is currently 16% max HP for all of our non-mechanical units. That's pretty good, right? And I mean, we do want to get into all this stuff, but I think let's pick up Proud Liberator before we move on to other things. Oh, also, I should probably actually vote in the Lancerat Council. Okay. Elected faction suffers main bases and missile batteries take 50% more damage and lose 50% of their offensive power. There's an election up for Speaker of the Council. Minor houses will not vote to elect the holder to negative resolutions and allows the reroll of one resolution at the start of each council. That's interesting. We don't need it. It would be cool to have it. But I kind of want to just, like, dump this on House Carino, right? And if Chome Dilution passes, all factions get... Landsrat standing and authority for selling Chome shares. Yo, did we buy into the Chome market very much? We have like 70 shares. This is a really interesting council, actually. And if this resolution passes, all factions who voted for it get... Oh, boy. So we need 450. 0.4 Landsrad standing per share would mean that we're not really able to... Yeah, okay. I don't think we quite have the shares to benefit from this. However, I am going to vote for it a little bit in case it passes so we can get the 10 free Landsrad standing. And I think we're going to plow everything else into architectural surveys on House Carino. Right, we have a pretty impressive stock of influence at this point. We could do some real damage here. We should also probably start plowing manpower into more combat units. How much? A home base has 20 armor. I don't know how many heavy weapons teams it takes to knock down the armor on a home base. It doesn't really... The heavy weapons team has really bad actual damage. So honestly, it feels like troopers and wardens are the way to go for just converting manpower into attack power. Rangers especially. I have 2 wardens in the... Yeah. All right. Let's build up to our command point limit and get ready. We might actually try something here. Oh, also, we spend our supply drop. Do we want more? Operations launched on the zone apply -5% damage received to allied units, and this is especially good because it'll trigger the bonus on our troopers, right? Each bonus received. Well, no, it says from an allied unit, so I guess it won't trigger the cooperation bonus. Minus power. Let's start some operations. Maybe we're gonna see if we can actually take another player out here. I have never tried attacking a player's home base before. I don't know how reasonable it is to get that right. I can tell you that in Northgard, it is usually a thing you got to be pretty prepared for. Ooh, yeah. Hire this water seller caravan to spread propaganda. I am absolutely willing to exchange Solari for authority. Oh, and apparently that is actually completely instant. What else do we want our agent to do? Oh, yeah, sure. Analyze scrap for guild favor. So we could build ourselves some like mechanical, mechanical danger units. I don't know how good the mechanical units are in terms of like command points to damage output relative to building more foot units.
At your command.
What are y'all up to?
We'll make you proud. It's the right move.
Yeah, you can see the range of the base's missiles is pretty impressive, and those things hurt a fucking lot. Okay, yeah, they're just contesting my siege. We're doing okay on this, in theory. There's a sandstorm in my territory. Yeah, alright.
What do you need? We'll hold here.
Let him go, let him go.
At your service, sir.
Yeah, back the fuck up.
Ready. Fire at will. Yes, let's end this.
There we go.
Waiting command.
Get the pick, but stop dying. Stop dying, you cowards. House Harkonnen wants to integrate you in one of their devious plots, but they want to test your commitment first. Or maybe the test is part of the scheme. So you can push your forces to their limits, taking more health in combat, gaining an agent with the brainwashed trait. I wish when you when there was a traded unit at stake, you could mouse over and see what the trait actually does. And also gain 80 manpower, which is like pretty whatever. Or pillage some... yeah, okay, I don't know that we're getting involved with the Harkonnen on this particular one. A rumor is circulating about your involvement in an attack on a civilian transport. Denying the fabricated slander would only strengthen the rumor. So we can pay some intel to gain some influence, or pay manpower and influence to gain a significant amount of Landsrad standing. But we don't currently have influence, because I guess that vote just ended? Boy, I do feel like the votes, they end with very little fanfare. Okay, cool. This happened. Nobody else went in with us. There were fewer votes for us than I thought there were going to be. Part of the reason I went in on that so hard was I was like, well, some people are going to vote for us and we're just going to blow that away. There were basically no votes whatsoever on that. And mostly people were interested in making sure that I did not get Speaker of the Council, although it is worth noting that the minor houses were kind of on my side. Yeah, I way underestimated how much people would be voting us down here. We overspent quite a lot on that. But so now their base is weakened. It both deals less damage and takes more damage.
We're honored to serve you.
You know what? I'm going to fire off a probe setup here. Not because I care about the information, but because I want to clear that operations slot. Because I want to run another supply drop. Is there any other... There's the EMP bomb. If we can get another level of Spacers Guild info. Ooh, the administrative burden is harsh. We'd have to gain 2 levels of CHOAM information before we could use that, though. Yeah, that's interesting. Defense breaches if you have more... Oh, actually, we have the resources with the Landsrad for this. We just don't have the space. Interesting. Okay. Ooh, wow. We should probably have done that, huh? Well, we do need to resupply our units as well. Look at all the probing information we're getting. Okay. Out of curiosity, in terms of units that require fuel cells, because we do now have some fuel cells. The support drone has pretty poor power, but up to 2 nearby Atreides non-mechanical units are saved inside the support drone instead of dying. That's cool. And it's flying, so it doesn't attract the sandworms, of course. The Hawk attacks 5 times faster than what? I guess most things probably have a pretty, like, a set attack speed. Like, probably everything else shares an attack speed, and this thing attacks 5 times as fast as that. 3 command points for a 5 power unit, but it does have that attack thing. Or is it attacks 5 times faster as soon as the armor is broken? I have no idea how this thing works. What a weird little unit. And then there is the Kraken, which requires 100 Spacing Guild favor and only has 16 power. Oh, but it doesn't cost any command points. Well, now that's interesting. And it gets massive bonus damage against flying units. Yo, this thing seems very interesting. Can't do that just yet, though. So do I want to build a couple of support drones? Well, I mean, I want to just like bring to bear maximum power, right? Just raw power. And it seems like the best command points to troops way to do that is infantry. Which certainly fits kind of with like the vibe of the Dune world and everything, right? So we have 6 command points left. Actually, the best thing to do here, I think, is going to be to build 2 more Rangers. That'll hit our command point cap. Okay. Y'all are handling it, right? Yeah, the recall's already occurred. Construction is complete and thus possible in Arrakis. Except we don't, yeah. We don't have the things. That's fine. Let's get our new units. I mean, let's ship them out here. I don't know, like, do we want to come home? Does it make sense to bring our units home before we send them? Ooh. Hell yeah. Arrakis information agents can redistribute the gifts from the houses, get us some influence to work with. Fantastic. Because, like, we're damaged. We're actually in pretty good spot supply-wise. I probably didn't need to do this. In fact, I'm going to discard it. Because I think I do want to set up those defense breaches. Hey, our money's like not in an amazing spot. But I guess we're about to be finished. Oh, that's just really fast. We're about to be finished with stockpiling for the moment, so we can pull all of the dust out. Okay, I would love to do that, but we can't afford it right now. Don't have like a spare military unit to grab the military output on any of these. I guess we just went through a lot of intel very quickly. It's probably actually a good idea to analyze this and grab some intel from it. All right. Yeah, we just have a lot of units and stuff. The smugglers. Ooh. I cannot give you 565 spice directly before. No, that would be crazy. Okay, in fact, we are now over the bribe. So let's go ahead and just pull that back. Okay. So we did this. We liberated this. Trying to liberate any of their other settlements around here seems pretty rough. Well, you know what? We could probably go and liberate, like... We could probably go and liberate some of this other stuff. But doing so is not going to get us our health back. The question is... How do we get this army in the best position to actually attack the Imperial base that we're staring at here? And I think the answer is go back home. Yeah, the answer is to run back to a place where we can get some healing, where we can mass up with the other couple of units that we still have building, and we can come down on them with some force. Probably. And we at least have the supplies to make it across the desert now. We did the important part, which was deprive them of a reasonably valuable region. Cool, directly into the sandstorm. Well, it doesn't affect ground units so much. Not as much as you would think, certainly.
We salute you. We'll go, sir.
If the amount that you would think is any. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're able to sort of like put this all together in time. We might not be able to take as much advantage as I wanted here. Okay. At this point, I think I will do this thing. Land thread standing, I think, is still our most primary value.
We're focused.
Okay, everybody's making it back across the desert. And you know, we're fucking with their economy and stuff.
Listening.
We're getting some things
On
done.
it.
Alright, let's start stockpiling for the new bribe. Let everybody get healed up here.
Yes, sir.
On our way. Ready. Taking position.
Probably try to keep
Received.
people on the rocks as much as possible because, you know, this is an area with sandworms. Cool. Oh, neat. Ubne has become friendly. That's fun. It's been friendly for a while. It just likes to give us the notifications over again. Alright. So right now, their base is pretty fucked up. It's doing a lot less damage than it ordinarily would, and it will take a shit ton of extra damage. We stack that on top of defense breaches from agents that we've been able to put inside, and on top of our units getting and on top of this other reduction to its power and a 10% damage reduction to all our units because 2 other things are running in the region at the same time. Is that going to be enough to get us through 30k health with 20k armor on it? And did we bring enough units to scratch? I don't actually know how quickly 3 heavy weapon squad units are going to strip armor. Gosh, we're going to be in there for a while, huh? We're nowhere near enough guild favor to build that big impressive ship. And the other ships do require... Yeah, the other mechanical units do require command points. The Kraken is the only one that doesn't. Interesting. Well... I mean, we're approximately as ready as we're going to be without the Kraken. So I guess let's go for it. Let's just go and find out. Oh, right, the armory. Ha! We are not, in fact, as ready as we are going to be. I totally forgot about the fucking armory. So, this is a system we can use to buy improvements for our soldiers. Each armory upgrade costs 500 Solari to implement, like, immediately. And then, mostly, they either have an additional Solari upkeep cost, or they have some kind of, like, trade-off. Like, instead of just being plus armor, it's plus armor minus power. Minus area damage received is probably actually pretty relevant. We're taking a lot of damage from missiles here. Experience levels grant an additional 5% power, but also plus 5 Solari upkeep on each unit. And our Solari income is not super stable right now. You get bonus attack range at the cost of armor. Bonus power at the cost of a lot of Solari. Yeah, we have, what, 9 of these units in the army right now? This would almost wipe out all of our income. Plus 10% is also only like 2 points of power, right? These things are like 18. I wonder if we are going to get... I wonder if we are going to get even close, you know? So keeping my units alive is probably the most important thing. I'm going to buy padded shielding for both of these units. And then... what are the levels of my units right now? We have a couple of, like, very very evolved ones. These ones with the stars. And then it's like the number of chevrons. So we have some levels. I actually think for our rangers, War Memoirs ends up being better than better ammunitions. And it only has half of the impact on our income. Can you tell I'm a little nervous? I've not... No sense of how this is going to go. Let's go for it.
It's the right move.
Here, we'll come in this way. I don't actually necessarily want to cross the spice field to attack because I'm a little bit worried about feeding my army to the sandworms.
We'll hold here. We'll go, sir.
Ooh, okay, they're building up quite a lot. That's a spice
At
silo.
your command. It's the right move. We'll do it for you, sir.
Alright, kill that flamethrower unit immediately. How much time do we have left on this? Okay. Days. It's not like just running out. Let's go ahead and hit it. Support intelligence, and yeah, everybody in. They have to like run up a specific point on the sidewall here. Y'all get in the region.
We'll make you proud. It's our duty.
What is this thing? Okay.
We're honored to serve you.
Pause. Let's prep a supply drop as well as another defense sabotage. I'm not going to actually launch the defense breaches until we're attacking the base, obviously. But okay, we're starting to actually cross the line now.
Atreides, it's our duty. We'll make you proud. It shall be done.
Alright, and we're in. Oh boy, we need those supply drops really badly. Holy shit. Ah. The smugglers have formally ended their truce with me, have they? Wow, what is going on with the supplies here? I don't know. So, okay, our units are all dying because of the massive amount of supply loss that we suddenly started experiencing out of nowhere, which is a little frustrating. But I think what we learned, and to be clear, we are completely dead. I think what we learned is that without that, we would have been fine. Because, like, look at how much damage their base took, even with all of our units dying from the second of... from the moment of impact. Now, granted, that's, you know, this architectural surveys is a pretty powerful thing. And that's not going to be available all the time, but that's encouraging, I think. Well, let's start training the replacement army, I guess. Yeah, that was wild. The amount of supplies they had dropped so suddenly. And then also, I mean, I guess support intelligence. Well, I have an unassigned agent, do I? You know what? Maybe focus up here and also get me some more intel. Yeah, no, I think I was right. Get a support intelligence running. Oh, construction is possible in Arrakis. No, it's not. What are you talking about? We still don't have any of the things we would want. Alright, yeah. So we gotta rebuild our army pretty quickly here because another player... We're actually in open conflict with everybody now. Also, authority is generating once again, so that's nice. Okay, the elected faction gains 30 land thread standing. The Water Sellers Union charter is up for vote again, and there are 3 different people on the ballot here. Actually, everybody's on the ballot? Oh, it's right. It's showing the 3 people who are eligible who don't hold it, plus me. Because obviously, like, at this point in the game, everybody has all the water output that they need. So, we can't lose that if we want to be eligible for the for governorship. It would be nice to pick up Imperial Audit as well, and I'm just going to go ahead and throw, like, a couple of votes on that, but we do have to try to hold Water Sellers Union. It's almost certainly not going to work, but we do have to try. I'm pretty annoyed by the outcome of that. Like, I was really not prepared for our 24 water not to be enough to cover that distance, but also for it to to start draining at such a different speed all of a sudden. Yeah, this will be a good spine for the army. So this region up here with the space cruiser wreck is going to periodically create space cruiser scraps, which are those things that we were able to analyze with an agent to get favor. So that's something. But if we want a Kraken... this is not what I want. If we want a Kraken, we might also want to... Well, putting people on the Spacing Guild just gets you manpower? How do we... How do I get Space Guild favor more effectively? It actually doesn't seem to be all that easy to come by. Oh, you know what? There's a building. We have so much plascrete right now, jeez. Yeah, I think there's a building for it. This is a place where you really want economy buildings. I guess it doesn't like super matter where I build this, probably. Okay, in a place with cheaper building costs probably makes a lot of sense, because I bet it's expensive. Research station. Here we go. Spacing Guild branch. Allows trading resources for guild favors and allows the deployment of the Hawk. And oh, so you have to have one of these to build your advanced buildings anyway. We're learning a lot here. We're learning a lot about how combat in this game goes. Is there anything else I want to do? We put up the airfield already. Okay, plus 10% military unit power and health for a massive Solari upkeep increase is like definitely interesting. This eats a bunch of our fuel cells. I mean, I guess a lot of these do. The Spacing Guild branch doesn't. But yeah, right now I might not want to do that just because we don't have the fuel cells necessary to make that make sense. We could only just barely build the ships that we're talking about. But I guess once our army's back up to size, we have the authority to keep expanding. We probably should pursue that. Okay. The architectural surveys penalty is about to come off. That's a shame.
Yes, sir. We'll go.
Actually, could y'all maybe stand over in Gurmer where it's all like rock and shit? That's probably better, right? Oh, ability to trade money for influence? Absolutely. Agents, get on it. And then after that, what do they get on? Yeah, this will probably be fine. That siege rate is a little bit bigger than the last one. We'll keep an eye on it. We can certainly just run a bunch of units up there. Sorry, I should probably like be still making units. How many wardens do we actually want? It's probably better to have troopers in terms of damage output. We're going to need some heavy weapon squads. I guess I may as well recruit those now. We're getting manpower bound here. I think they're going to be okay. I don't really want to run my troops up there because I think we may get attacked at a moment's notice. House Carino gained all the standing. House Carino won this as well. How did they have enough votes to force both of those? Wow, 100 votes from the minor houses, plus 40 here. I have somehow acquired 2 Landstrad Punishers. These units actually do massive bonus damage against main bases, which is interesting. Yeah, huh. Okay, well, I will certainly take those. Yeah, we're okay. Then as soon as our agents are done with that, we need them to redistribute this house gift. The gifts from the minor houses are in fact pretty useful. All right, now nobody's ornithopters can fly around through my territory safely.
Blow something up. Any orders? Go.
Right, finish that. Do this. This one usually doesn't take very long. Okay, sandworm over there, but the auto deploy is on it. Yeah, sure. Study their tracks, figure out the location of a siege we don't know about yet. I do feel like we need more troopers. Pretty much arbitrarily. We're getting back up to a decent size. Oh, red. Interesting. Okay, construction is still not really possible in Arrakis. Not of the things we want. A delegation from a minor house has come to you for help. They need to reach one of your enemies. Yeah, we could burn intel to gain 50 influence here. I would like the Landsrad standing, but it's only 10 points. And manpower is kind of at a premium right now, so I don't think we're actually going to go for that. We can afford the loss of intel, though. That's not a big deal. Okay, got ourselves some spying logistics. Agents assigned to these slots produce more of their resources. I guess the critical question now is whether we want the small council or not. I'm probably not assigning agents to counterintelligence, so it would just be for the building, right? Instead of building operate the additional operation slots, we'd be getting plus 10% to our Landsrad standing gains. We already only need like 46 more. I think it's probably too late for this to be very interesting. Let's just go ahead and build this. Call that bit of research good for now. And let's work on bonuses to our mechanical units. And actually more fuel cells produced by our fuel cell buildings is probably well worth pursuing. Oh, I see. They have felt secure enough to expand. Well, we'll do something about that. All right. Imperial tax is due soon. We are under. We are currently plus 0.6 on Solari. Okay, so we have our Spacing Guild branch here. We can donate spice or influence to the guild for guild favor. I mean, I would prefer it to be spice, probably. I can pay guild favor to receive lots of extra water or some fuel cells. I mean, I would like to be paying in spice to have an income of guild favor. It's going to mean we have to jack this number up, which is going to make that look a little scary for a while.
At your service, sir.
Okay, there's a siege out here. Water for knowledge, probably not worth it. All right, we have a whole bunch of authority. What are we going to do with it? Oh, hey, their base is not repaired. I assume damage to bases isn't permanent. That's weird. Do we want to take Kool-Aid because it has more fuel cells? I kind of think so, actually. That sounds like a really fun idea to me. Let's run around over here.
At your command. We'll hold here.
We'll claim Kool-Aid, and this will give us a shorter attack vector to the Imperial base. It's also gonna maybe arouse the attention of the sandworms. We'll see. What was I gonna build in Gurmer? I opened up a slot here and I don't remember why. Oh right, because I was thinking about building one of these buildings that requires... Ooh, the investment office. Crafts workshops generate 8 hegemony per day. Wait, really? Where's valuable trinkets? All right, for one thing, hold on. We're over stockpile. Where's valuable trinkets? This seems like something I have maybe slept on a little bit. Okay, well, I do want to... Let's stick to the plan for right now. Oh, geez, I'm actually authority capped. How did that happen? How did I get so powerful?
It's our duty.
All right, let's go grab this. What is this going to cost me? Only 183. We could grab another region immediately afterward. Like, come down here and take Adnit. Okay, no, we know about that. I disagree. We were over the bribe amount. Wait, what happened? Did it pull from my stockpile instead of from my income? Why would it... I guess it must have. That's an insane way for that to be implemented. Yeah, I guess it must have. That's really annoying.
My Duke. We'll go,
Okay.
sir.
One of you stay behind and finish conquering this village. Let's just pick up some gray units here.
For Atreides,
Managed to catch them out in transit.
it shall be done. On our way. We'll hold here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Do we want Oman? Because we can probably take it.
At your command. We'll make you proud.
I think I want to liberate it. I don't think I particularly.
It's
Oh,
the right move.
we got worm sign
We'll go, sir.
up there.
On our way. It's the right move.
Yeah, geez, take that seriously.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll make it back
We'll
around.
go, sir.
I want to resupply before I move on. So missile battery, pretty far forward. Allowed to build it out to like here. It's pretty cool. Also, probably an airfield. Well, where am I current? I wish when you were trying to place an airfield, it showed you all of your existing airfield circles. Because Germer has an airfield. We may not need one here. But let's definitely get that fuel cell factory up. +3 Solari per economy building. Bonus agent recruitment speed is very like whatever. Okay. I know they're still getting the worm sign notification, but they're on the rock. They should be fine.
We salute you.
Guys, please follow orders. Alright. A building in Arrakis is fully operational, and we are maxed out. That is a finished capital. Alright, well, I'm a little annoyed by the sandworms showing up and breaking my attack there. I'm also really annoyed by us missing a sand tax when we absolutely shouldn't have. Can we get a defense breaches going here? We need more intel. Okay. Well, we're working on it. Dune governorship. We do not have the standing. And in fact, currently we have no charters, so we're not eligible twice. Alright, well, labor rights would be very bad for us. Obviously, it'd be very bad for House Carino to get this as well, although honestly, if they do get it, I think the way we're going to answer that is just by wiping them off the map. And this just gives all factions 50 Chom shares. I'm not super interested in that. So, as much as this is like a, hey, they might try to win the game thing, I don't really know that we need to pursue the decline terribly aggressively. First of all, every player who is not Carino is going to vote this down. And secondly, it's pretty important the labor rights not happen. So I think let's put our base 100 votes on this, and I'm sure that'll be sufficient. And then I'm going to put like 100 votes on this too. And we're going to call that, we're going to hope that's good enough for right now. Like, I do want to bank stuff for, you know, for the future. We have other things that we need to do. Oh, right. Also, fucking Harkonnens. Man, why did everybody have to get aggressive with me at the same time? Making me nervous. Okay, carry else on top of it. We have an unassigned agent. You know what? Give me a little bit of that Chome information, because there were a couple of things here where I feel like a couple of operations that I would have liked access to, perhaps. I guess bombing out somebody's military unit construction speed is really more of an annoyance than anything else. I don't know. Stick to the plan. Okay, and then we need some more units here. We can train assassins now. Execute any non-mechanical unit in one attack and then disband. Only visible from close range. Interesting. So these hawks. Hard to know. Hard to know if they're good. I kind of don't want to spend Spacing Guild favor. So let's stick to ground troops. Bring like another heavy weapons squad online, and then also troopers and rangers, and just kind of like a smattering of units that gets us to exactly our cap. And we do have the money and presently the income to bump a couple more of these upgrades. Right now, war memoirs are probably at a bit of a local minimum of value because we just retrained all of our troops. Yeah, we're gonna have to do something else. But like a reduction, this is probably a very reasonable upgrade to pursue, right? Just reduce the damage everybody takes from rockets. And then like -1 power, but you're gonna peel the plate a little faster. We already are not using your power. I think that's reasonable. Maybe we just sit on the rest of the money. And we have a bunch of income. While we're waiting for the rest of the units to build, let's go, or a bunch of authority. While we're waiting for this, let's go grab Adnit real fast and get another spice field online. I don't think we have any real danger here. Oh, hold up. Maybe come back home? Apparently, there are some renegades who have some strong feelings. I mean, we have defenses, but also, that's like a pretty serious force, I think.
My Duke. We'll do it for you, sir.
Oh, get
On our way.
over here. Yeah, no, that's real. We gotta...
Yes, sir. What do you need?
Let's get some people over here as quickly as we can, shall we? Y'all decided you weren't interested in taking the shuttle? And this will be XP at least. Oh, and we are getting Space Guild favor directly from killing them. That's useful.
We're honored to serve you.
Any orders?
Shuttle your asses over to the frontier. Oh, I think that Carino is about to go and try to curry some favor. Yeah, bonus to health and regen speed for mechanicals. This would be a really good time to just fall in behind them and devour them. And then, you know, steal all the credit for the thing they're doing.
We'll make you proud.
Their siege units kind of recognize what's
Shall
happening.
be done. It's our duty. We'll make you proud. We'll do it for you, sir.
Alright, if they're not actually going to set up the siege unit, it's a lot harder. You know, my melee units can't actually harm it very much. But here, we can chop up their melee.
We'll do it for you, sir. It's the right move.
Alright, fall back. These guys aren't coming for us. These guys are coming from a friendly siege, I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't even see the worm sign, but we're about to be on solid land here. This whole thing is like rocky shelf, so I'm not too worried.
My Duke. It shall be done.
Excuse me, what do you think you're doing? Ugh, and again with with this. You know what? Am I allowed to? I'm just gonna press the peaceful annexation button. Oh, another one of these rumored attack on the civilian transport things. Well, I will claim this reward. We're pressing hard in that direction. It should really be like a little bit more aggressive with the pop-up of like what is happening. Okay, so basically nobody voted for labor rights. Surprise, the ruling class does not have your best interest at heart. Everybody put in a little bit for the decline. We did not win by very much. But yeah, it's too much for House Carino to overpower everybody by themselves. It's a good lesson. There's some good instruction here for our own hopes in this area.
Yes, sir.
Alright, fall back, fall back. I see people are running out of supplies and stuff. Yeah, wow, we have a unit that's actually taking like crazy supply damage. Please get across the border. Okay, friendly territory. Jeez.
How can I help?
You know what? And a new truce? Yeah, absolutely. I think this is a great time for that. Little show of cooperation between our peoples. Okay, so we're rebuilding, we're replenishing.
At your command.
Stop trying to get
It's the right
further
move.
away from the city. Just like everybody stop moving. Okay.
We're listening. Awaiting command.
I am noticing that we have a lot of people whose orange bars don't actually seem to be refilling. Okay, there we go. We're getting some stuff back up. Okay, you can see this takes an extremely long time, but it did allow us to commit a bunch of authority in a meaningful way, very quickly. House Carino would trade us some influence. I don't think I like the terms of that deal overall, though. Okay, so we have a whole lot of fuel cells now. We can definitely afford to build some of those expensive fuel cell buildings. In particular, what I'm thinking is the military factory. We're in a little bit of danger here, economically speaking. Plus 30% economy building resource production in allied villages in this region and its neighbors. We can only build this once, so we'd really have to be thoughtful about that. But obviously, you'd want to put it down in a region that neighbors spice fields. So Kaldok is actually like a killer spot for this. Right, yeah, we have Solari coming in here because of the Yeah, this would be perfect. That is a really good way to use 10 fuel cells. And then the Kraken is only 9 fuel cells. We could do the other big army building as well. Oh, except, yeah, I need more money than I have. Okay. We're down to only 13 loose water. That's a problem that needs to be solved. What do I want to do with you? I mean, do I want someone on counterintelligence? You know what? I think I would like to know. So we can set up infiltration cells here on House Carino. We install an infiltration cell in a village, and then we can get access to underworld headquarters presence, settlement presence. Kind of interested in doing that. I definitely do want to set up a defense breach operation. Let's see about getting one of these infiltration cells running. There's still a lot I don't know about this whole system, so... Oh, also, the militia here have to be manually rebuilt. They got murdered. All the way to death. So this renegade base... It's got 10 defenders. We could probably knock this out, right? And that would be... That'd be real good for our favor. I think we can handle it. Let's do it. The Space Guild would love that. We could use some more XP. Alright, Imperial taxes are due soon, and we're not quite there on those. Take this up just a little bit. House Harkonnen, decline. They want to buy back that truce for quite a lot. I am not currently interested in allowing your ranged units to just hammer into us unpunished. Even if they are kind of low power ranged units. And let's begin the construction of the Kraken. So these renegades heal every time a renegade unit dies, which is kind of annoying. Just like constantly feeding themselves reinforcements, but we're getting the job done. We're getting really close to the Landsraad threshold for governorship. Do we attack the base directly? Okay, that seems like a great thing to do. It only takes half a day. Come on, come on.
We'll go, sir.
Okay, hell yeah.
Right move.
So, Renegade base dismantled. We are already up to 46 guild favor, even with the deduction of building the Kraken. Feeling pretty good about that. Do they think they're going to be able to take over that village? We could take over that village. The village I'd really like to take is Sin Alria, obviously. I don't know if that's realistic. But we should take over something, because we're going to authority cap again here.
Sir. What do you need?
What is this? Yeah, you know what? I'll send an agent out to get 226 intel that's just laying there in the desert. Hell yeah. I mean, let's definitely go fuck up. Well, hold on. Y'all, please replenish your supplies. Yeah, we gotta get our water back online. We certainly have some windy-ish regions that we don't have water traps in. Stuff that's definitely worth considering. We should probably take control of this region, honestly. That's high value. Yeah, y'all want to just maybe like make a real quick trip? This is... I mean, we're running through friendly territory the whole way. Fuck it, let's just do it like this. Okay, the smugglers are hitting chome thresholds. That should have a person worried. Alright, made our bribe that time. And council votes up. Okay, so we need to get a charter. Pretty important that we get a charter. The elected faction gets forced to truce with everybody. The smugglers would like it if House Harkonnen was forced to truce with everybody. I guess I can see that. I think I actually am gonna... Oh boy. I was gonna say I think I'm gonna go ahead and just like maximally dump on electing us to the eye of the council. I am a little... Well, okay. I was going to say I'm a little leery of, like, we're not going to be able to outvote everybody. However, a thing that's actually pretty interesting here is that everybody's up for this, which means that probably we will not see a mass of people combining together on one outcome. It'll probably be a lot of people voting for themselves to some degree. We might be able to scoop this one. I am going to go all in.
At your command.
Yeah, and we'll grab this. We'll build some water out here. Yeah, I don't think we actually have to be worried about that. But I should probably be building wind traps elsewhere as well. Does this region have one? It does not. This is a place where we could build cheap plascrete, but we don't really need to. You have a wind trap. Oh. We did finish capturing here. Let's definitely make a wind trap here as well. And also, probably an airfield would be a wise idea. Like, Zaras is definitely a place we're going to want to take over, right? Ooh, doubled crafts workshop production. So you can see we're already approaching 20k hegemony. We're not, like, hugely ahead on that, but we could shift to being hugely ahead on that, potentially. We're super friendly with y'all. Ooh, wow, Warden's cost -1 command point is absolutely worth having, actually. I will pull someone off of Arrakis information to get that formal alliance. That buys us another ranger slot underneath the support cap. That's pretty good. And then, like, you know, honestly, like, the safe thing to do here, of course, would be to build one of these. These two places can defend each other. Gonna need water. I'm working on the water. They kept their existing militia because the peaceful takeover, we didn't wipe them out, so that's actually pretty useful. Okay, cool. Where the hell's my army at? Here we go. Gonna just keep channeling our influence into this. One of you go claim that spaceship part. Alright, and then we're gonna do the same thing here. We're just gonna like dump a shit ton of what do you call it? There's a shit ton of plascrete on that place. I'm surprised the Harkonnen are holding this, and the blue still hasn't taken this region over. That's wild. But yeah, we're gaining hegemony actually pretty quickly here, scooping up all these unique regions. Yep, all of a sudden, here's the leaderboard. Kind of don't love that everybody needs to be informed of what's going on. We are definitely going to want, at the very least, a wind trap here. There's no buildings that are especially functional here. +1 militia slot. Plus 20% resource production when the village has at least one building of each type. Well, I mean, you probably do want to build it in an airfield. And then let's also build something blue. Knowledge, intel, one instance of the village's traits. You know, another level of versatile actually is kind of interesting. Yeah, all right. That's kind of fun. I assume, yeah, carry-all's on the way already. My defenses have been sabotaged. Only affects House Atreides, the smugglers, and House Carino. Huh. Just like a large-scale defense drop? Curious. So can I start another peaceful annexation? Like, we may as well, right? Like, we're going for it now. This area will hold itself together pretty effectively. We already have the airfield coming up in case things are otherwise, but I know I'm spending influence, but I don't think we're going to end up needing it. This is probably not, in the end, going to come down to the votes. Okay, cool. I'll just kind of group up. The Kraken is finished, and I am going to... I'm going to send it down hereabouts for the moment. It is not very fast. Let's yeah, I guess just move it to here. Oh, right. Are you just like, are you done? Is this ornithopter done exploring the map? I guess so. That's not unreasonable, actually. Okay, there we go. That's going to help an awful lot with our economy and stuff.
Reporting.
Let's get some more of this. Why do I suddenly have unassigned agents? Wow. Oh, because the right, that charter contender happened. We are in fact the eye of the council. That makes sense. Let me, before I forget, we're gonna go ahead and drop an infiltration cell in one of your villages, and it's gonna be one that I don't expect to get lost in combat anytime soon. We'll have it like in Xeris. Somewhere that hopefully they won't pay too much attention to. Because that will allow us an extra slot, and we can run one of these two down there and just gather intel. And then you can do something. I don't even know what. Also counterintelligence. Are counterintelligence units, agents, are they producing any resources naturally? It doesn't look like it. Oh, they're making... No, he's producing influence because of his trait, because he's a council agent. Yeah, I don't know. My suspicion is we might get picked on though, so I'm gonna keep the counterintelligence stuff flowing. How's that airfield going? Alright, we're almost ready to bring people back out of the boonies. Honestly, I probably could have run to another airfield by now.
What do you need, my Duke?
Yeah, I guess actually, let's just let's get a move on. Okay, there you go. So new stuff's still popping up. The ornithopters aren't completely out of work. I can't help but notice that. Yeah, so Carino's at 18.5. The smugglers, did Carino lose ground? Oh, they might have, because I don't think their Imperial base was right on the front of their area before. Plascrete global production has increased by 2% per information level. Well, we have a lot of information levels right now. I guess get back on Arrakis, because we are going to need more authority as well. And yeah, it kind of looks like maybe consumes manpower or Solari to recover. Maybe they just are too busy. They're using their resources for other things. They don't care enough to fix it. Well, I have to say, the fully automated harvesters are actually really nice. I think I underestimated how pleasant that was going to be. So,
We're honored to serve you.
we have a lot of people, like a weirdly large number of troops who still don't have full orange in their bars. We're back up to 50 water. So we should be able to travel now. We should be able to make some distance. Okay, they're just airshipping people around. Yeah, interesting. Okay, well, I think this is maybe an okay point to call it for today. We have not just picked a direction. Actually, we kind of haven't picked a direction, right? Like I was like, oh, we'll become governor. We'll work really hard on that. And while we have passed the Landsred standing threshold, also, we are still pushing on like 2 other kinds of victory conditions, and we're just kind of like in a big ball rolling toward everything at once here. Very clumsily. Obviously, you know, once you learn how to play the game, you're gonna sharpen and get a little bit more agile. But this is kind of working for the moment. The AI is definitely not on the highest difficulty, by the way, in case you're wondering why I'm allowed to do this sort of sloppy, all over the place play. That's going to be it for us for today, though. When you come back next time, tomorrow-ish, hopefully, we are going to try to actually properly push House Carino out of the game, at the very least out of the hegemony race, by taking away all of their territory, if we can. And we'll see how that works. And we'll see you then.